Easter Island, an interesting place. It used to be prosperous, but over time war and disease raged as the natural resources dwindled along with the population. Kind of a microcosm of the whole planet. But what interests people the most about Easter Island are the stone Moai statues they built. Konami were as fascinated as anyone, and put them into various games, most notably the Gradius series. Moai were playable in YY World, and got their own game, Moai-kun. The game is a simple puzzle platformer starring Moai-kun, who can walk, jump, duck a pixel's worth, and headbang, which he does to break blocks and push stones around, as well as defeat enemies. The object of any given stage is to, I guess, rescue all the friends, girl Moai or whatever they are, before heading to the exit and tackling the next stage with your rock-hard face. Each stage consists of a single stream, but you can walk out one side and appear on the other, which factors into the strategy. If you fail on your strategy and get stuck, you can either wait out the pretty generous clock, or press select to commit suicide, which, unlike real life, is actually pretty handy. The various blocks and stones behave differently. There's the block that breaks, and the ones above fall down and the ones that don't, and unlike the square ones, the round stones can be pushed or headbanged, which makes them slide along until they hit something or fall down. You can also pick up bombs and drop them by ducking and hitting B, which blows up certain blocks. And there's an earthquake block, which if you hit it, all enemies will get stunned for a while, like in the original Mario Brothers. If you fall from too high up, you get stunned for a while, and sometimes if you break a lot of blocks in a short time, Moai-kun seems to get a headache, which means you can't break anymore for a little while. The enemies usually aren't too much of a problem. The bigger problem is not thinking ahead. Getting stuck or missing a jump cost most of my deaths anyway. It's also nice to know that the enemies don't hurt you unless you're on the same level as them, even if your sprites collide. As you move from stage to stage, sometimes your lives amount increases, but I'm not sure why that happens, as there are no one-up pickups anywhere to be found. If you run out of lives, you can either continue or display a password. If you go to password, then want to continue right after, you have to reset first. You don't reappear where you have died though. I'm not sure how it works, but I got stuck on level 12, and when I entered the password I ended up at level 9. Moai-kun is a simple but enjoyable puzzle platformer with nice, brightly colored graphics, good music, even though there are very few tracks, and an overall aura of niceness to it. It definitely puts a greater strain on your brain than your reflexes, but as far as puzzle platformers on the Famicom goes, I think this is right up there with the likes of Solomon's Key or Lode Runner. Cancel that trip you were planning to Easter Island and play this game instead.